Alright, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to replace some lifters, all of them to be exact. And while we're at it, we're gonna see if we can clean up these intake manifold, valve covers, maybe give them a fresh coat of paint, stuff like that. We'll see how the day goes. This is not gonna be an how-to video. I'm just gonna go through it, probably get a few shots here and there because it's gonna be a lot of work and I don't plan on being on this vehicle all day. So let's get into it.
5 minutes later.
Right now I've got the radiator drained. You can see the container there. I've got it drained to the point where I can go ahead and take this thermostat housing off and a couple of the coolant pieces down there. I can take those off without having to get coolant everywhere. Want to keep the animals safe. This stuff is toxic to the animals, so want to prevent that as much as possible. And this radiator is going to be a subject of one of my videos coming up soon. This is a whole assembly, the radiator and the fan I got as a kit. It's been working flawlessly so far, so I'm definitely going to make a video on this. Stay tuned. Alright, so after an extended amount of time has passed and a lot of tools used, this is where we're at. So the alternator is off. A couple of the components over there for the evap system is off. The fuel rail is out. My thermostat, that's out. It's right here actually. So I'm running a 180 thermostat. Probably should go a little colder, but I think that works fine. So with that said, I've got about 10 billion bolts I've got to remove to get just the upper plenum off, and then we can get to the bottom side. So let's get back into it.
1 hour later.
Alright, so with the plenum off, which is over here, intake manifold, now we've got to take the lower intake manifold off. It has just as many bolts as the upper intake which is crazy, but this is a Felpro gasket. It's maybe about 4 years old, and this thing is like in good condition, but I'm not going to reuse it. I've got a new set which is Felpro again, so I'll go ahead and throw that on so I don't have to redo this whole mess just for a leak from our old gasket. It's not worth it. With all the work I had to go through to do this, definitely not worth it. So yeah, let's get back into it. Alright, many moons later, and I have found the source of my oil leak. This gasket is supposed to be straight. I think I'm just gonna put a bead of silicone instead of replacing this thing right here. I think some silicone will work best because this one is straight, but as you can see, there's some oil back there as well. So these are probably the weak link with these Felpro gaskets. So next I'm going to take the valve covers off, remove the rockers, remove the push rods, and then take the lifters out and replace all 12 of them. So yeah, let's get back into it. So I've taken the valve covers off. This engine is pretty clean for an engine that has almost 200,000 miles, so I don't have much lighting. So let's see if I can yep, that's a little better. Yep. So I've loosened the rockers already, so I can just put them to the side like this. I can just pull the rods out without having to get the rockers out. I want to keep them in order with the cylinder that they came from, with the exhaust and with the intake as well. So just loosen the bolts like this one. Just put it to the side, pull it out, and I can just go over here and loosen the tray for the lifters, and then just pull it out. Then you will just do in reverse order. When you are installing these bolts, I recommend taking them out, getting a dab of red thread locker, and just reinstall them if you're not going to change the bolts. I'm not going to change the bolts, but I will retorque them with some thread locker, because there's a lot of vibration going on here, and some guys will say these bolts are torque to yield and one time use only. I don't see anything in the manual that says that, so I'm just gonna do it this way. It's worked for me many times, and it's gonna work this time. Let's hope. All right, let's get back to it. All right, we've got the neighbors playing music, so that's gonna be in the background. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but continuing, I've got the push rods out. I've already went ahead and installed the new lifters down here. I'll show you the old ones. So in order from number 2, number 4, and number 6 cylinders, these don't look like they've had any extensive wear on them. I can't even see, the sun is in my eye. Let's go in the shade. Focus, there we go. Most of them are like this. There's no pitting, there's no extensive wear. This is like what you will see in a vehicle that has over 180,000 miles, so I'm not concerned about any of this stuff. But I went ahead and replaced with some new ones. Push rods are straight. Yeah, so let's get the other side done and get you guys when I'm actually putting this back together. So yeah, let's get it done. Okay, so we jumped ahead quite a bit. I decided I wasn't going to put any paint on these valve covers, so I just clean them up, give them like a brush finish, clean up the intake. It's on right now. That side is on as well. This is a much cleaner look than just putting some paint on it. Yep. Alright, this is the long stretch. Let's get her done. And we're back. So intake manifold is on, bolted down. Now we've got to do the alternator, then we can set up the sparky spark over there, and then yeah, also can't forget the injector rail. Definitely not gonna start without that. So yeah, next step. Yep, the sun that came and went, so you know it's gonna get dark real soon. Alternator's back on, throttle body is hooked up, sparky spark is good. Let's pressurize the system. I've already got cooling going in. Let's see what this baby does. Okay, so we've got about 56 psi fuel pressure. Focus, there we go. So now we're gonna start it up, let it build some oil pressure, and then check for leaks, check to see if there's any air pockets in the system, and bleed it with the bleeder screw right here. It's already cracked open. So yeah, let's jump in. Fire in the hole. Okay, we've got good oil pressure. I'll bleed the system, make sure everything is good, then I'll keep you guys posted on that. Alright, core is back together. Temperature is holding pretty nice. Oil pressure is good. Focus. Car is warmed up now, so it's about 40 psi. There we go. Yeah, and that's going to conclude this video. Catch you all in the next one.